Good morning and happy Friday, y'all. So we got back last night. It was a little late. It wasn't too bad. I think we got home sometime around 9:30, but by the time we got luggage in and kind of settled down, talked to the kids, all that good stuff, it was almost 11 o'clock. So we had been awake for a lot of hours because we had gotten up. I think I had gotten up at like 6:30 England time there, 6:30 a.m. England time. And then we were on US time back here around 10:30, 11 o'clock when we went to bed. My dressing closet is a mess. I've been trying to put some of this stuff away from our suitcases, but I think Remy and I are going to head out inspired by all the hellebores and pots that we saw in England. We are going to head to the Great Big Greenhouse, I think, and get some hellebores for the front porch. Just so I feel like I have a little bit of England here with me. I did manage to bring home 2 pots from Witchford Pottery. They will be in the house with plants in the kitchen. They made it safely home in my carry-on, stuffed around in a shoebox with lots and lots of stuff. I was very, very careful with it. Super excited that I got my pots home. Also managed to get my Mange 2 seeds home unscathed. The only thing I didn't get home unscathed was I accidentally left my Bamford body wash in my carry-on. I thought it was the lotion originally when they threw it away, but it was not. It was a body wash. So either way, I was super sad about that. I did not realize that it was in my luggage, my carry-on. I thought I put all liquids in my my checked baggage, but sadly I had a water bottle from a previous flight in my backpack, which slowed us down, and then I had the Bamford body wash. So I will not have the matching set, and sadly that means I'll have to go back again. But anyway, it is what it is. I think I talked about that already, so I'm gonna try to move on. Sadly, not liking it, but I'm gonna try to move on. Yeah. So we're gonna go see if we can find some hellebores today. So Remy's already in her little fox shirt. I have on my Holland Cooper, my new wool sweater. It's super, super duper warm. Because there's still snow on the ground, I have on my CRZ leggings and my Dewberry boots. And I'm gonna throw on my Holland Cooper jacket. Remy's got on her new Foxy socks.
They kind of don't fit, so.
Yeah, they're a little big, but that just means she'll wear them longer. But we are going to head out to the Great Big Greenhouse and see if we can't find some hellebores and whatnot, winter garden style, or should I say early spring gardening decor. And getting ready for Easter as well.
Oh, there's a dragon.
Yeah? Super cute.
I have a dog, but it broke.
Yeah.
Look at this. And that's me. That's me. That's
that
me.
you?
They made me. What did I get in? Just look. That's a cute dragon. That's it. That's it.
It's cute. The little village.
Look at it. We need to do that. We need to get lessons.
That's cute. And little sheep. Look, this is in the wagon. Super cute.
Let me watch out for the.
I know. Oh, I like the chickens and the ducks.
Oh, should we get the chickens and the piggies?
They're cute.
It's a llama bomb.
Is it a llama? Yeah. So we went to the Great Big Greenhouse. They had some stuff, not much. I did get some hellebores and we got a couple of other things, but they didn't have like the muscari and the narcissus. So we are going to Boulevard Flowers now to see if they have any of those.
Where we went to the big flower place, they had a bunch of berries.
Yes. And we did get one little thing for the fairy village that we're gonna make this year in the garden, and over at the sandbox.
Yeah. We used to have a bucket full of all my berries, and then we put them inside on my thing, my stand.
All right, let's go see if they have some Muscari. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can go see them.
Where are they at?
Over there in those buckets. Just walk. My hair is in a big knot again, but unfortunately that was a bust. We did get two little, what were they, little things going to the pots so that my new pots won't drain on the counter, but Remy might break them before we get them home. But yeah, no bulbs, no force bulbs, no bulb lasagnas, no Muscari, no any of that, sadly. So if anybody knows where we can get some Muscari or winter blooms, that would be great.
Mom, well, when my mom and dad went to England, I got me a fox hat.
All right, get in your seatbelt, please.
Seatbelt.
Looking at is our new stove that they're gonna come and install on Tuesday. Because I'll be able to cook cheesy broccoli and cauliflower. So I am super excited. It's the unveiling of the stove. I got the door.
There's a screw on the bottom.
Need some good branches that'll sprig out and hold the little. Let's do it. Go across right there. Go across. And happy Sunday, friends. So today we're going to do something really exciting. We're going to fill in this area right here. It's a pathway with wood chips. It is grass and it is wire grass, and so it gets in the garden and it makes it impossible. So we're going to start building the soil here because it's definitely run down from the tractor going everywhere. We're going to fill it in with wood chips, and ultimately the goal will be to put pea stone gravel in here to make it look more like an English cottage garden. And we're gonna hopefully transition this year, or start a transition this year in a garden a little bit less like a market garden and more like an English cottage kitchen garden. So Kevin's on his way over with the loud tractor now to start moving the wood chips. It's a little loud out here, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but it's also super soupy mess out here. So we're gonna make a mess in the yard. It's gonna tear up some grass, but ultimately we're gonna run a water line and an electric line out to the barn. So it's not a big deal. We'll grade it afterwards and put down some grass seed once we're done. It is super tight in here with the tractor. got a little bit done. The ground is just such a mess that it's marring up everything. So we're gonna hang tight. We did quite a bit today, cleaned up some stuff around the yard in preparation for spring. Did a little bit of weeding, but not quite finished the way I'd like it to be. Got some chickweed to get out of these flower beds here, and then we will put once we decide exactly where all of the beds are going to be, we'll put that down and then build up with compost. See in the back where Riley is building a new goat barn, or should I say run in, and yeah, slowly but surely we'll get there. New plans this year. Super excited. Good morning, friends, and happy Friday. I am super excited because this weekend we are going to be working on my greenhouse. So it showed up on Wednesday, I think it was, same day I got my new stove in, finally. And it came in one box originally, and then the next day 3 additional boxes showed up. So I was a little worried when only the one box showed up, but again, next morning the other boxes appeared. So super excited to put that together. It is a 10 by 20 greenhouse. It is not my forever greenhouse, but it is a greenhouse that we can use for quite a while and then repurpose it, hopefully. But I quickly wanted to show you, it is Casual Friday at work, and I just wanted to show you how I am styling my new Holland Cooper blazer that I got from England. So, as you see, I have on an H&M silk or satin shirt, a Calvin Klein belt. I can't remember who my jeans are from, but I got them at Marshall's. And then I have my Nine West boots on again. But then I have my new Holland Cooper blazer on. I think I got a size 10 or 12. I'll have to check that, and then I'll put that in the comments. But super excited. You can tuck the pockets in and it looks more seamless. I think I kind of like the pockets more in. But then again, you can also wear them with the pockets out. So whatever your style is, pockets in, pockets out. But I love all the little gold embellishments that it has on it. It is a wool blend jacket. It is warm. It does have a lining inside of it. It does come with extra buttons, and it's just beautiful and professional. So I'm gonna head to work now, and I will see you this weekend. Happy Saturday, friends, and welcome to the vlog. I am so excited for you to be here with me today because we are going to begin my greenhouse build. It is not the greenhouse of my dreams, but it is a greenhouse just the same, and it will actually work for what I need it to do. So, that being said, it's going to be a big project because we have several piles of wood chips that we have to move first to put this greenhouse where we want to. And then we've got to level the land. I believe we're going to do some timbers on the ground and then anchor the greenhouse to it. So a lot of work that's going to have to be done before that. We received, I hope, all the boxes. It has come in 3 different days. First day we got 1 box, and I was like, there's no way that a whole greenhouse is in that box. And then the next day we got like 2 more boxes, I think it was. And then yesterday we got another box. So hopefully at this point we have all the parts that we're going to need for it. I did purchase it off of Amazon. So it had pretty good ratings. It's a polycarbonate paneled greenhouse. So it's not going to be glass. It's not going to be fully see-through. It is what it is. I will have a new greenhouse in the future when I can build it exactly how I want it. But like I said, for now, it's going to work. So I've got some errands to run this morning. And hopefully I'm going to make it to the farmer's market. And then we will get to work on everything that we need to do, and hopefully by Sunday we will have had a chance to start actually building the greenhouse. So it's going to be a beautiful day outside. It's going to be like 59 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be in the 40s, but today's going to be beautiful. So I have on my Carhartt women's sweatshirt. It's kind of a fitted sweatshirt, my CRZ leggings, and some Want Do hiking shoes. That's a little bit more durable clothing for what we're going to do today. So let's get started. Back home. It was a short trip, just to Lowe's. I did get some bulbs, but what we're getting ready to do now is lay some additional wood chips here in the where the arbor is. We're going to make the actual pathway here. We're going to lay down a heavy layer of wood chips all through here, and then we're going to put some over at the apple trees. But we have a huge pile of wood chips. We have wood chips on a regular basis. We use them in the garden, but we use them in a lot of places around the farm. So, like I said, we have a lot of wood chips. We use them all over the farm. We are gonna have to find a new place to put them. I wanna find somewhere to put them that is out of immediate sight. Right now, it is just in the garden directly, and I don't like that. So, the goal this year is to make aesthetically pleasing and functional improvements of the land, and part of that is actually going to be to put a water line and electric lines from the house all the way out to the barn, to the chickens, to the wood mill shop, all of that, so that we're no longer having to run hoses. You can see over there, I think, piled up, there's a lot of hoses. We run 150 foot of hoses to the chickens and the barn, and so every time we cut grass we have to pick that up. It's just unsightly, and so we are going to run electric and water underground so that, one, it's not as much trouble when we got to cut the grass, and two, it just looks better. Goose, what are you doing? What are you doing, Goose? You don't belong in there. Come on, come out, come on, come on, come. You stay out of there. That is not for you. This is not my cat, but he likes our house. And he's a big boy. Yes, he is. He's a sweetheart. Yes, he is. He's such a sweetie. Such a sweetie. He hangs around all the time. Come on, out you go. Come on, out. Nope, that's a no-no. Give me a second. He loves attention. He's such a sweet baby. He's the community cat. So my Buddleia davidi chrysalis bush, also known as butterfly bush, starting to get all beautifully green. Probably should have trimmed it back some. Break off some of the stems really quick, the old flowers. Oop, got some of the new. I want to do that. I did purchase some daffodils, so I want to try to put some daffodils in a pot. And I bought some hyacinth. I think I bought hyacinth. I don't know. I bought them at Lowe's. So they just happen to have them, and they weren't that expensive, so instead of... So we just got home from church. Yesterday was a long day. We did not get what we wanted to done. We're dealing with my mother's estate, and so it took longer than I expected. And so instead, we still had to also work on the wood chips. The ground is super wet. It was making a huge mess, digging huge ruts in the yard, so we did have to stop working on that. And it was just ended up being very windy. So did get some plants planted, some boxwoods planted, and some other stuff done, but we did not get to start leveling the ground for the greenhouse or start working on the greenhouse. So we're going to attempt to do it today. The temperature is drastically different. It's about 20 degrees. It's only in the low 40s today. It is extremely windy today. Hopefully the wind last night dried the ground out some. We shall see. But yeah, so I'm going to switch over to something very warm and comfortable so that we can get dirty, hopefully, and get this greenhouse going. I'm so excited to get this greenhouse going. Before I do, however, I want to give a shout out to Swift Creek Baptist. That is the new church that we have been going to. Absolutely love the new church. My kids love it. It's just been really good for Kevin and I. So we're super excited to be going there now. We are learning a lot in all the years of going to church, Sunday school, Bible school, all our lives. We are really enjoying the gospel that is being spoken there. So if you are in the area and you're looking for a new church, I would definitely say check out Swift Creek over on Hall Street in Chesterfield. But let me find some clothes and let's find some work to do. So I have on, this is what I'm wearing to do some gardening in, something pretty inexpensive. I have a Calvin Klein sweater on my puffer vest. This is actually off of Amazon that has the lining on it. And then I'm going to wear my Walker and Hawks jacket because it's rather durable. And then I just have some black leggings on, and I'm gonna throw my hunter boots on because they are green and they are perfect. I've got my Walker and Hawks jacket on. It is a wax jacket as well. It's got the really pretty flannel on the inside with the corduroy green. Oops, can't see it. The camera's going. The corduroy. Let's see. There we go. The corduroy collar on it that matches the jacket. And I'm going to put on my hunter boots. But first, my cute little llama socks. Hello, Bluesy. Hello. How's the place on it? Oh, is it? Watch it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Move your hand, Remy. How's it look? the unveiling of the first box. And more directions. So we got the front wall up, or shall I say together, for the most part. We still have to put the polycarbonate panels in, and I'm sure a few other things that we have to do, the doors. But the sun went down and it got super cold, and our fingers are so cold that we can't feel the nuts and the bolts. So we're gonna call it quits and head for a cup of coffee. Say that the directions probably need improvement in how to face things, but overall, so far, it looks like it's Japanese, the directions, when you look at them, but it really isn't that bad so far. That is subject to change, obviously. The goats are wanting to be fed, but we're gonna have coffee first. Good morning, YouTube. Happy Saturday. We are working on the greenhouse today, and it is a beautiful day today. How many pieces do we have? Figured I might want to get the directions really quickly. Let me help. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. It is a beautiful day. It's going to be like 59 today. It's sunny. Hopefully that will hold out. Unlike yesterday, it was super cold and windy. Sun came out every once in a blue moon, but we did get almost all of the greenhouse done. The only part that was left undone were the doors. We got one built and on, but there's an issue with it. And the other one we still have to build. But it was my birthday yesterday. Getting the greenhouse up was my birthday request. But then we had family coming for dinner for my birthday. And so they arrived, and the only thing that was cooking was the potatoes. So we had to give up on the greenhouse doors and go in and get to fixing dinner. So today, Kevin's at work. Riley is hopefully going to help me finish up the doors. And like I said, we'll move some stuff on the inside. So once I'm home from church, I will definitely show you the results. And I have to say, I am super, super excited. So we are back from church, but before I switch out of my clothes, really quick, I wanted to show you my dress that I got from H&M. It was kind of late fall, I think is when it was, but it is perfect for springtime because it is made kind of like a sweater. It feels like it's lined, but it's just the way the material is. It is soft, it is warm, but yet it is not overheating. This is the dress. It is fitted at the top, which I love, and then it flares just a little bit at the bottom. See? And I have on my Calvin Klein shoes. But it is so very comfortable. I just love the material it's made of. And again, it came from H&M. So now I'm going to switch into my jeans and my cowgirl boots, because we're headed to a farm to take a look at a new horse that one of my son's friends have taken on. It's a rescue from what I understand. And so we are going to go take a look at that new horse. And of course, I'm going to bring you along. So I have quickly popped on my J. Crew flannel I got a couple of years ago, and my antique riding boots. These things are really, really old and worn out. And then I have my Cheyenne bootcut jeans on. I have a little bit of filigree on the back, or design on the back, but it's very basic. And then I'm going to also take my Walker & Hawks jacket, because that's a thinner jacket than my Holland Cooper jacket. And if this is too warm, or if I need to add a layer, then I can. But let's go see a horse.
You should ask Skylar that.
They're a lot better in Millen Wood than that.
I just spit cake on now. This is what home milk lumber looks like.
That worked a little bit nice.
Mm-hmm. Will they come see you or are they scared? The sheepies.
That's barbed wire.
What's barbed wire? That's electric wire right there.
Can I touch it? Riley! This is electric fence, right? Right here? I'm scared. How bad does it hurt?
Don't touch it. Hello.
I found Batman.
You don't have horns.
What's the white one? Batman. Oh, hi, Batman.
What are you doing?
Hi, Batman.
Is that who that is? That's Batman?
Hi, Batman. That's the biggest baby, the dark one. Because there's no other...
That is Batman. It's a boy.
Shabiki. She's riding her dinosaur.
The babies. The dollar mamas, they don't know what way to go.
That's so small.
No, that's a little one.
Have you tried that color? Standing on his back. The bigger ones. That's why I asked. So who likes it?
You're interrupting progress. Yeah, my bad. They're right here. Hi, Jolly Goose. Here you go. Happy Monday, and it is a beautiful Monday. We got the doors on the greenhouse, so I'm super excited. It is technically all finished. We do have some modifications that we are going to make to it just to make it a little bit more sturdy, but I wanted to show you really quickly what it looks like now that it is finished. So just excuse the tarps we have over there. That's what we used to build it on. But this is my beautiful greenhouse, and pardon the dirt bike noise in the background, but it is 10 feet tall plus 6 inches for the 6x6 post that we put it on. This is the side view. It is 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. And then let's go inside. Whew. And then we have the wonderful inside. So really, really cool. Like I said, we have a few adjustments that we're gonna make. So we still need the ladder. And then that is the tools that we've been using. And some bulbs I need to plant. Okay. So I am super short, so that's one of the issues with this, but you need it out of the way, so not a big deal. I will get a little step stool or something to be able to put it in, but these are easy maneuver. Oh, might need the ladder now. These are easy to maneuver. It has little places to put into the little latch up there, but technically, if I was taller, it would move really easy. My husband can do it, I can't. But that's okay, I wouldn't want it any longer. It does have the little latch on the door to help it on the inside. We're gonna put another latch so that when you're on the inside, that door as well can be kept shut when you're inside. And then you'll see here that it does move a little bit. So we are going to drill some screws into here every other panel for extra stability, I think. But overall, not too bad for a polycarbonate. Nice size. We may do some solar in here for lighting. I think that one's open a little bit. Yeah. So now we just have to move everything in and start seating. And I can't wait. So you can already see we had these cabbages under row cover all winter. I thought that they were going to be ruined because of the snow mashed down the hoops that we had, and so the hoops and the cover was actually laying on them. But nope, they're doing good and they're beautiful. And some awesome, we put down mushroom compost and leaves last year and used the wood chips, so we're slowly building the soil. And then this one, I have just pulled the cover off of it this weekend. We have some little broccolis. Super excited. All of them have some. And again, I thought they were going to be ruined because of the snow, but no, they're beautiful. Got to get in here and do some weeding, but I can't wait. Fresh broccoli. Cannot wait to have fresh broccoli. Allium planted. I'm so excited. I've never planted allium before. The gladiator one is not doing well. The drum, whatever this one is, dumb? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what I wrote. I have it written down somewhere, but this one is doing well. The gladiator one did not take.